It's collaborative. We have a growth mindset and we all act in integrity. So speaking of core values, who has exemplified these core values that you want to give a little thank you to with our hugs and kisses?
I want to give a shout out to Damaris.
She is.
Where's she at?
Right behind you.
Oh, okay,
There
she
she is.
are. Because I know she wasn't feeling well, but she still pushed through and helped me out with the situation.
That's your plan on her. Thank you. Shannon.
I have one for Chris Quintana. He's helping us with some AI related stuff. It's social media strategies.
I love that.
Thank you.
I'm gonna give you one too. For your AI class that you did. And I'm just, it's amazing. Who else? And kisses, Miss Kelly.
You, because you just always do such a good job at keeping up with us. When I have meetings with you, it always feels like you just pull my head in where it should be. So I just appreciate you and all you do.
I appreciate it. Aaron.
Mike Braddock, I think he's out there.
Of course he is.
For his, the Never Split the Difference role play, that was so, like, last week, just watching him be like new at something was so cool. Like, he's so seasoned in what he would say, but trying something new was really inspirational, and I think we could all learn from that. So thanks for your time, Mike.
Yes, I
Love
love
that. I love that. Yeah, those calls have been amazing. I'm gonna go just a little off script here. I'm gonna give a kiss to Amy and just do a really quick plug for, yes, I got you. Look at how excited. For a new initiative that the Market Center, along with Amy, is taking. We are now a certified KW Wellness Market Center, and we are going to have lots of resources. There's going to be new trainings and classes available, and we are super excited to roll that out. And Amy's been pretty integral in helping us get this launch, so we're excited about that. So thank you, Amy. Thank you, Chris.
I got a few.
Hey.
Amy. Amy referred a really big team to me, and I think I'm going to close them today. It's in excess of 225 files a year for that. One from Brittany for all of the work that she's been doing. And then I have one for Taryn for being a team player because I'll discuss it at vendor moment, but she was very much willing to help me out. That's a good.
Andrew.
Doing a kind of on the spot experience for some of the relations. Very good.
Any more love to go around? Love the love. Madison.
One for Ella, she encouraged me to start 9 a.m. CEO day on Mondays. It's been 2 weeks now, and it's been very helpful. Starting Monday, out making contacts, 9 a.m.
I love that. I guess I should give it to you because.
That's awesome. I thought I saw one more hand.
That was me.
Okay.
Brittany and Mike both gave me pictures of photos, and somebody else did it. What did I do because
Yeah,
We need some more painters on our. report.
We do.
That's what I.
Yeah, that's what I was
Oh,
getting
wait.
to.
Shoot, Shannon, I keep saying that I hear. I said, I hear you say we need more painters for our vendor list. It seems like Shannon.
Practice what we preach.
Yeah, we're fine.
All right. Going once, going twice. Lots of love today. Great job. All right. Now it's time for our core agents of the month. If you were last month, would you please come up here? You can hand that off and we can just talk now. for me. So last month's winners, of course, were Amanda and Adam, and we are happy to announce our winners for this month. Nominated by Adam, we have Mr. Jason Vitale. Oh, I love it. Adam, you want to say anything about why you chose Jason?
What I told Adrian was that Jason is basically a golden retriever that also sells real estate. He's just excited to be here. He loves everybody. He's so willing to help. He's been helping me with some like real estate investing stuff recently. He's just always a dude I'd call to get advice from. So I love you. Yes.
I love that. Thank you so much. Thank you. And Mrs. Amanda, what was it about Sylvie?
Yes, I nominated Sylvie because she is just a ray of sunshine when she comes in. She's always so positive, and I've caught her numerous times, just nudging people, including myself, to, be more positive and keep trying. She's very collaborative, so I think she embodies our purpose.
I love that. I love that. I love that. Way to go, Sylvie. We'll make sure she gets it. Good job, guys. All right, next up, we have our new agent welcomes. If this is your first team meeting with us, raise your hands. Okay, so Hans, it's his first team meeting with us. We do have 2 new agents to welcome to the brokerage from August. If you joined in September, you'll be on next month's slides. But we do have Hans, who is in the room with us today. And then we also have Daniel, who joined. Daniel works in Shippensburg. He's close to me, and he's a manager at Enterprise, and so he had to work today and couldn't get here, but he's happy to be part of the brokerage. The next slide, I want to congratulate our growth partner from our brokerage. Kelly Carruthers is actually the one that helped refer Hans into our brokerage. She was his agent, and he then came to join KW, which is amazing. Now you might say, but Adrian, there's 2 people up here. So what happened to Daniel's sponsor? Daniel's sponsor happens to be a guy by the name of Adam Nye. He goes by Adam Nye, the real estate guy. And
I love it.
he is not part of our office. I don't even think he's in the state. I don't even think he's in our state, but he actively recruits on Indeed for new real estate agents, helps funnel them through the K-Score program by the closest market center to wherever they are. And that's how Daniel came into our world. And so we're excited to have him, and we're happy for Adam as well, even though he's not part of our brokerage. He is building his downline. Love it. What's up next? Oh, we have we're really excited about this. You guys are going to see. I feel like we have never. Yes, it's happening. So congrats, Shannon. We're really excited for you and the team. All right, Caleb.
Man, Caleb.
Woo, hi. You can just hold it.
Okay. Hopefully I don't make this sound bad for the recording. Just want to give you guys some updates on how August went, as well as we'll go on some slides for a review of the summer compared to the board. But some key highlights here. We are truly killing it all summer long in listings taking category. Love to see 116. We had the same amount in July as well, so really doing well for listings, which is great. Hopefully for you guys upcoming this fall. Closed units at 143, as well as closed volume of 44 million. But the big numbers we care about, profit share was a little over $7,000, as well as a little over $1.1 million in commissions paid in the month of August. So those are the key ones that matter. We really want to continue to help you guys be more productive. We had a great summer, and we're coming into hopefully a great fall as well. And so in the next 2 slides, I'll kind of show you how we did compared to GAR.
Does anybody need a?
Like celebrate this for 1 second.
Yeah.
Like you all made over $1 million.
Yeah. Hello. You guys all want to take a picture before I move the screen. I see Madison, Dora, they were taking
That is
pictures.
phenomenal.
Yep. Great job, guys.
And as a leadership team at the beginning of the year, we try to think about what goal can we set for the brokerage that actually impacts you, because that's why we do what we do every day. And our goal was around listings taken, because when you focus on experience, and we have been breaking records since May in listings taken, not just for the brokerage, but for the market. So I'll let Caleb continue with that. I don't want to steal his thunder. But I just want you to know that you all, like, your work is showing up in the numbers, and we appreciate for you plugging in the way that you.
We're gonna make some more shareable graphics of this. I know it's kind of hard to see from a distance. But this is showing our July metrics compared to Bright. We used to do the Lauren and a nice little chart, and now we want to put it kind of in more graph terms, so it's a better visual. But as you can see, we were heavily outpacing the market in every single category, from closed units, volume, listings, both taken and sold, where Bright was down in every category in July. We were exceedingly beyond what our July month over month for 2024 and 2025 were. And that wasn't just July, we could have gone back June and May as well. And this was the trend. So we had extremely stellar months all summer long. And that just is shown across the board that it's not everyone having that. It's specifically you guys putting in the work, doing an exceedingly good job at everything you do to outpace the market. And I'll show you on the next slide, just for a comparison. This is our August numbers. And so where it looks like some of these have kind of balanced back out. Part of that's just natural seasonality and regression. We had crazy record numbers for 3 straight months. Eventually, we're going to get back towards the norm. And so we kind of balance back out to what the market looked like. But the key here is we're still really dominating in listings taken compared to everywhere else. So as you guys keep churning through those listings, that's going to mean, great business for us here in the fall. It's not necessarily an immediate impact, but it's a longer term for us as we move into the rest of these months. I do want to show kind of how close it was. Our closed units were only about 1% off of the market. And like I said, that's minuscule for the numbers we're looking at after you guys have had such an incredible period of time. You were busy doing all the things. You were out on appointments, going and, showing houses, doing everything. That's typically when some of the other categories start to drop off. You have less time for your lead gen, you're more overwhelmed in doing things, which means with this type of month in August, we're geared right back up to jump into another successful fall. Plug into Sales Rocket if you feel like this is becoming your norm. We wanted to get back to the summer months and the busyness of that. So keep plugging into the office events, keep plugging into listen to what today's panel is about with the market shift. I mean, it's clearly showing that some things are shifting. And again, like I said, some of that seasonality, but some of that is a tougher market. We are seeing a little bit longer days on market. We even had a little bit of discussion with our AOC around that as well. So if you are experiencing some more difficulties after a very high season, keep plugging in, keep coming to the events, really get engaged with all of the scripts and role play, all of the things that we have going on here to make you more productive. We want to see you guys have a great fall and winter. We know this past winter was a bit of a cold one, so let's make sure we're hot and ready for the rest of the winter. And that's where we're going to keep plugging in as many things for you guys to really engage in your lead gen strategies. But if you ever have any questions on the market, you ever have any questions about your own metrics, feel free to come talk to me about it. Feel free to talk to Brittany and Adrian about it. They both do coaching consults where they do discuss this, but I'm always open to having the same discussions with you from a production level, from a finance level, any of the above. Feel free to bring that to our department. We'd love to help you guys.
Thank you, Caleb.
My job is done. They said it best. No, but seriously, give yourselves a round of applause.
Who's up first? A+.
Hello, everybody. So I wanted to give you an update on interest rates. Everybody's waiting for the Fed, waiting for the Fed, waiting for the Fed to do things. Once the market comes out, once the Fed comes out and says we're likely going to, and the market reacts to that, it's reacted already. So the rates have already come down some, and then Friday, we had a jobs report that was nice, and the market was expecting, and so that made rates come down even a little bit more on Friday. We're likely probably to see some correction to that. The market always overreacts to news, but it also means we've got great rates right now. So we're looking at just a tad over 6 for a conventional 30-year fix. For a possibility, we can sometimes get folks under 6% right now on 30-year conventional, and all the government programs are under 6. I locked the VA loan at 5.5 over the weekend. So yeah, so if you have customers that are still on the fence, now's the time to do it. Rates are still very, very low.
I don't know if you guys saw our Facebook post yesterday, on Friday, that was signed into a law, that trigger leads effective March 5th of 2026. Credit reporting companies can no longer sell trigger leads to people. I don't know if you had any of your customers complain. I know that sometimes, like, honestly, about half of our customers, whenever we pull their credit, they get bombarded, like bombarded, and I say that, like, some of them are getting 1 to 200 calls a day. Crazy. Yeah, from other lenders trying to steal business, as of March 5th, that is no longer something that's going to happen. So we're very excited about that, because I've always had to caution people, and they're like, oh, why not doing it for your credit? And I was like, we get before without it, so maybe, I don't know, it was always a struggle, so. Effective March 5th, that's no longer gonna be the case, I'm very excited about it.
6 more months, and I'll need to worry about it.
Great.
So,
Great.
And a round of applause to our Fall Blast beer sponsor. They have saved the day. Very stressful.
The important things are covered.
Let there be beer.
Let there be. All right, who's up next? Chris?
Oh. Hello. So.
We're gonna put it on the site.
Yeah.
We had a plan, we should follow it. Very
All right.
clever.
So today I didn't want to obviously bombard you with, a sales pitch on why you use us. I wanted to show you numbers because a lot of you are analytical in database. And so I just wanted to show you some numbers. So this is solely the transaction coordination side of things. So when me and Tammy, when we completed our first year together, we did just over 300 transactions together, the both of us. As a company this year, we are on pace to close 708 transactions right now. And I am onboarding 4 teams. One of them, thank you, Amy. We have a phone call at 3. Based off of the teams that we're onboarding and the current business that we have now, my expectation for next year was 1,000 transactions. My goal was 1,200. And based off of the volume that they've done in the last 12 months, those teams, I will do over 1,400 transactions next year. That is because I have come into the office, I've networked with you as the agents, and I've gotten to collaborate with people outside of this office. And so what does that mean for you as a KW agent? Well, that means that I have to refine my processes because I'm no longer a mom and pop, I'm expanding. So I have to make sure that your agent experience is just as great as the client experience that we're providing them. So I have to refine my service to make your service better. So the white glove service is going to go beyond white glove. It'll be the red carpet and then the red stanchions, the red velvet stanchions. And so with that said, you'll see some, better processes put in place for us. So that way your client feels more special than they feel now. And I am going aggressively after top talent around the area because I want to be able to retain that talent to give you the best experience possible. I'm pretty sure we pay the most out of everyone in the area, and the reason I do that is because you will literally fight over your TC. I'm saying you right now. Some of you are not going to receive the most great news within this week because I have to take stuff off of the Keelan's plate because she's now the director of assistant services. So just know that some of you I'm going to have difficult conversations with. Some of you that I have had conversations with, we're okay. So with that being said, I just ask for your patience as we grow. Things happen, you know, all the time, and I just, you know, if you ever have an issue, please let me know. But things are moving in the right direction. We are about to step into Philly and potentially Pittsburgh. So, and I wouldn't have been able to do that without you. So I appreciate you very much.
Very well said. Chris was, Chris, I'm gonna butcher this. You were my partner in the war room. What would the correct title be? Thursday.
Comrade.
He was my comrade on Thursday. My whole office turned into what we call the war room. I'm on the phone handling objections. Chris is like writing stuff on the board. It was really intense and really fantastic, and I look forward to doing that again.
All right, next up. Megan,
Look at her.
right? Isn't it cute?
A couple exciting things going on for us. We are actively recruiting and interviewing for a settlement processor position. It is posted on ZipRecruiter. So we'd be looking for someone from opening the file to post-close that can join our team. Expanding our team would also work side by side and provide support to Ashley. So if you know of anybody or think anybody would be a good fit, they can email me directly at manager@theoriginalabstract, or they can apply through the ZipRecruiter link. If you just Google settlement processor, original abstract, ZipRecruiter, it'll come right up that posting. So please let me know if you have anyone that you think that would be great for that position. A couple value adds I wanted to give for you guys. I don't know if you guys know this, but a couple of counties have deed protection services on them. So Dauphin County, Cumberland County, and York County. So after you have a buyer, the deed gets recorded. They can get notifications if someone tries to record another deed and potentially commit fraud and steal their property. So in this day and age where we're concerned with, you know, phishing, wire fraud, all that, I think it's a great tool for people to know about, so they can prevent, you know, their property getting taken out from under them. So they go to the Recorder of Deeds website, and there's links for them to sign up. So I've been telling people at settlement about it, because we can't sign them up. They have to personally enter like an email or contact information like that.
I said, the reason that's important is there's a bunch of, the Recorder of Deeds office offers it as a free service.
Right.
There's a bunch of people out there that will sell you that service for $29.95 a month and tell you about it.
Like all those TV ads.
Yeah. So a lot of other counties have it like out in Western PA. So if you have another county that you're not sure, I would just advise you go to their Recorder of Deeds website. You should be able to get some information off of there, or just simply call. Another tool our underwriter offers, our underwriter Stewart Title. They have a title calculator, and they also have a buy sheet calculator. Actually had Dora reach out to me, and another agent reached out to me for estimates, and I was able to provide that link, which also provides, you can put in more information about it, you know, how much you're putting down. You can even do a full buyer cost sheet on there. So if you're looking for an estimate on title based on the numbers that you know as, you know, the transaction's going, you can use that for purposes of Stewart Title. So you literally just have to Google Stewart Title, title calculator, and it will come. Thanks, guys.
That's great. Thank you.
What's next? Events. Oh, Yeah, all right, hold on. Hold on, I can't hold the mic and do this at the same time. Does everybody have pen, paper, pencil, scratch paper?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do a quick exercise. And we call it cash. And no, I'm not giving out cash.
Oh, I'm
So sorry.
out.
All right, so cash stands for knowledge, attitude, skills, and habits. Knowledge is, am I learning the models, the market, and the scripts that I need to excel in my role? So for your business as the agent, if you're running a team as a rainmaker. And attitude is, am I showing up with positivity and resilience every day? So are we reactive to what's coming into us? Or are we able to take what's coming to us calmly, problem solve? Skills are, am I practicing and sharpening my skills? Scripts and role play with Mike Braddock on Tuesdays, Education Tuesdays. And habits, am I consistently doing the activities that drive my business? Lead gen, follow-up, events, hot buys. What I want you to do is take a minute and I want you to rate yourselves on a scale of 1 to 10 for each of these. For knowledge, attitude, skills, habits. 1 being, I don't do this at all. I feel completely incompetent in this area, which I don't know what you are. 10 being, I have mastered this. I don't need any more assistance in this. Just rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 on each of these items. I'm gonna give you 1 minute. Here, something like that. All right. So now for some self-reflection, circle the ones that is your biggest strength right now. What one are you just crushing it the most? And which one, and it might be the same, sometimes you just double down on what's working. But which one, if you improved, would have the biggest impact on your business in this market? I'm just gonna give you an example. So let's say you rated yourself the lowest on habits. You might ask yourself, if I sharpen my skills here in habits, if I focus on creating better habits for myself, say with lead gen, intent, would that help me succeed in my business at a higher level? So we're about to go over upcoming events. What I want you to think about, and I want you to just hear us selling you something, because that's not what this is for. What it's for is if you committed to one of these events in the next 30 days, would that help you in the area that you're the weakest in, or the one that you just said, I really need to focus on this in my business if I want to grow, if I want to stabilize? It seems like in this market, we had a killer May, June, and July. And then we took a little bit of a dip in August, and Caleb said, probably because we were all very busy, and so our lead gen had to suffer a little bit. So if you focused on one thing in your business, how would it help you go from this to this? Where the dips weren't so bad. And the winter won't be so good. You with me? All right, let's roll. September. We've got turn financing into your secret weapon. We have a fun event, Office Olympics. So maybe if you're a little weak on attitude, maybe you need a little fun in your life. Community. On the 23rd, Julie Hess is going to be teaching, are you helping or hurting your clients? And then on the 30th, we have enter and manage your listings like a pro. There's some new tools in Bright MLS that you may not be aware of that could be leveraged for you. And then can you talk about, Adrian, the law of intentionality?
Yeah, Kevin Elworth is a John Maxwell certified trainer. Brittany might have fangirled over John Maxwell at an event that we were at. But Kevin Elworth is local. He's actually from Shippensburg, and he's going to come in and do a class for us on the law of intentionality. He has a whole series of classes that he's willing to come in and do with our market center. I'm really excited about. This is sort of our launch point with him. So if you can, plan on being here for Education Tuesday for him, that would be amazing.
Then also coming up is Clover U Sales Rocket. 6-week course to help you focus on probably all 4 of these things, your knowledge, your attitude, sharpening those skills as well as your habits. So if I scored low on any one of those, this is a course that I would definitely think about taking. Who here has taken a Jeff Glover course? Raise your hands. Would either of you be willing to speak on Jeff Glover in your experience? On the spot?
I think I really do like the KW stuff, but I do like Jeff Glover because he's actively selling. And he also pivots and shifts with the markets. And honestly, the scripts are really good too. Like, so he's using the scripts and he's also teaching. So I'm terrified for the next 6 weeks starting in October, but I'm excited. To get a different perspective.
You're getting comfortable being uncomfortable.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's registered for Sales Rocket?
Got a big group going.
You have a good group going.
Who's on the fence?
Okay. Fair.
Okay. So
Fair.
the thing that I learned from Jeff Glover. Wait, yes, hamburger,
Hamburger.
not hot dog.
Oh, yeah.
Hamburger, not hot dog.
Who remembers that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So can everybody take a hamburger?
That was like
photo
3
with me?
years ago.
Uh-huh.
Real quick, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, smell pretty, that's what I tell my kids. Awesome, I love that,
Hamburger and hot dog.
hamburger and hot dog. Still use it to this day.
Do you want to talk just a minute about the reimbursement program with that?
Yes. So we are not doing gold this year, we're doing Sales Rocket and Movable, but we are still doing gold reimbursements. So if you sign up and you get closings because of Sales Rocket, so if you sign a buyer or a listing in that time frame of taking Sales Rocket, and then you close them within the next year, we actually will reimburse you a portion of your ticket with multiple closings. So every closing, I think it's $200 that you earn back up to the ticket purchase price. Jan.
Can I just do a PR here?
Please.
So, okay, here's the thing, guys. Nobody wants to spend money, I get it. I don't want to spend the money either. And yet, October, November, December, the further you get down that path, the more likely you are going to post. We all do it. Life gets busy. This is the time to double down. Not only will you get more business during the end of the year, but talk to Trent Snyman about his January, February, because of everything he does. And Michelle, and all of us. Everything that you do in October, November, December, maybe it pays off then, or maybe it pays off in January, February, and March, but you have a rockstar opportunity to set yourself up for a great year. So, Christmas gift to you, put it out there, get in this darn clients, guys. You gotta take advantage of these things. If we don't do these, people like Jeff Glover don't come back. Right? So don't miss an opportunity, please.
I love that. Yeah, for those of you that had a cold winter, I keep saying cold winter. This is Olaf. Use your warm hug to get you through. So go ahead,
take it, bet on yourself. Sometimes we fear spending the money, right? We fear investing in ourselves, but what you should be fearing is not investing in yourself. And what you should fear is staying in this.
What's the cutoff for this?
I think it's gotta be September 19th.
Yeah, I was thinking it's the 18th or 19th, yeah.
And the reason for that is every week is catered. So we do have to have a head count so that we can get food ordered for you and make sure that they're listing enough. Also, as Shannon says, there is a quota. So Jeff Lever does not show up unless he hits a certain number of people.
And Jeff himself, he has a money back guarantee on this program as well. If you're at all 6 sessions and do the work
He's just reading that.
in all 6 sessions and you get no business, he will refund you.
One sale, you have to get one
One
sale
sale.
within 30 days of the last session.
Yep.
If you don't, you get your money back.
Okay. Any questions? And if you feel me staring at you right now.
It's a lot of money, but it's totally worth it. It's an investment.
Okay, moving on. It's that time of year. Bear with me, bear with me. Bear with me.
You noticed Adrian and I are twinning today. Welcome to fall.
See if you recognize anybody. Oh.
What I love most about fall classes is about giving back to our first clients. It was so much fun. I think recommend fall classes is festive. It's good energy.
I'm having so much fun, there's music here. Look at this food. Everyone's so good. Yeah, like, I'm gonna have like a full chicken bag of cheese. Feel like that's the best thing on it.
I want to say thank you to all the agents that participated in our annual fall class.
All right,
Thanks. It's always awkward when you hear it.
I got you, I got you, I got you.
What's the date on it? Leave that up for a second.
Yes.
So quote from a book that I'm reading, surprise. The most expensive customer to acquire in any business is a new customer. Meanwhile, the most profitable customer in any business is a repeat customer. How do you think you get repeat customers? You have to show them excellent customer service. And you gotta pour back into them. You have to give them gratitude, especially when you know that they're referring us to customers. ALC, do you mind just giving a little tidbit on Fall Blast, why anybody should sign up, even if they only invite 5 or 10 people for their first year? Yeah.
It's a very, very easy way to plug and play for an event to get back to your clients. It's building relationships. It's showing your clients that you're giving back something for your business to them for an evening or 3 hours. But they love it. They start to refer to it. It becomes a tradition if you consistently pour into them. That you're just showing that you not only provide value, but you want to build a relationship with those people too, because that's really good.
And we're super intentional, exactly what she said. We're super intentional about the people that we invite. Everyone's got a lot of people in their database. We look for the people that are going to be advocates in us. They're either going to buy and sell with us, they're going to prefer us, they consistently do. There's the people that go, hey, how's business going? What can I do? Right? Those are the people. We've really tried to be a lot more intentional this year and spend our money wisely. This is good.
Can I ask, as somebody who hasn't done it yet, what would you say is the average amount of people that you would invite? And in your experience, those that have done it, how many of those actually show up? Like, what is the average?
Okay.
It works with if you invite one person or 50. Cause it's like just a giant party that you can just plug into and not even really have a tent set up or anything. You just invite your clients and everything's at scale. You can't beat it.
And if you do that, you just tell them where you're gonna meet, right? And you say, hey, we're all gonna meet at such and such, and you start a group text.
Mhm.
And then you make sure that you connect with those people. But the beauty is, like they all said, is plug and play. There's so many things for them to do. You're just making sure they're having a good time. While they're around talking to them. And we've gotten business from it. Last year, we got 4 direct pieces of business from that.
So just a little bit of, we're gonna move on from this here quickly, but just a little bit of details. It is at a new venue this year. We moved it to Mechanicsburg. We're really excited, for this venue. Inflatables have been secured, so the kids will be able to bounce and slide and, you know, do all the things and everything. We have, music. Andrew's dad is going to be our musician. The alcohol has been secured. Like, we're ready to roll with this. There are bundle packages that you can buy. If you buy X amount of tickets, you can actually get prime pavilion space. We have pavilions to use this year that sort of take away the need for, you know, dragging canopies and things like that. So we're really excited about that. We have 4 great food trucks lined up. And, we're also looking for volunteers. So if you want to volunteer to come help, maybe direct parking, just direct people, registration tables, things like that, please reach out to me. Let me know if you want to volunteer, maybe able to get you, you know, free meal ticket.
Don't
Yeah.
we forget, because I will,
Yeah.
but our team will completely volunteer because this is not where our clients necessarily.
100%,
come to,
yeah.
So we will be like your. second help.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you. Yeah.
He had my kids home.
I was just gonna ask
There
about my
are,
kids.
clients for, we're obviously, going to pay for their ticket, $25 to get in. And then but they should be prepared to have a little bit of cash for food trucks.
No.
Or-
That is.
No, they get a meal, which includes a main dish, a side, and a non-alcoholic beverage.
Okay,
Then there'll be a ticket that they can redeem for either a dessert, we will have a dessert truck there, or an alcoholic beverage. Yeah, well, there are kids involved, so we wanna give them an option too. You guys know, that sometimes they bring
If
their
it's
can't.
more than one drink, though, there will be drinks for sale for cash and stuff like that, or.
BYOB,
No, okay, you get a drink.
we bring our own.
Yeah, yes, there you go, there you go.
And people bring
Right.
stuff, so that might be
Yeah.
something, if you're gonna invite a group of people, and we talked about everybody planning to meet. You might bring your cooler of stuff and have it so that you have other beverages or like we get little stuff for the kids and glow sticks and just silly little things.
Yeah.
And games, we also bring, yes, right, we also bring games.
And there's
The
so,
kids can play.
and there's so much stuff going on that it's not awkward for those clients that you barely know. You can still invite, I had people that came, saw me for 5 minutes, and then asked this year if I would do it again, so.
We have been getting calls, because last year, I think we did it in September, we had a bunch of people go, am I not on the list this year?
Oh.
And it doesn't
I
feel
love that,
salesy.
yeah.
They don't feel like they're being sold something or anything.
But you're providing.
It's a way to say thank you.
Yeah.
It's a way to say thank you. If you have any questions, I have smart plans created for your client or that you can send out to your clients. I have graphics that you can send out to your clients. We've sent emails out about this, but if you need to reconnect, you need more information, I have everything in a plan and we'll be happy to go over this with you. We good? Moving
You
on.
can buy tickets more than once.
And if you want.
So-
Buy from other people who do that.
Yeah. Like, we'll help you figure it out. So if you're only comfortable buying 10, but then you realize you've got 20 that are willing to come, you can buy more tickets later. So take a small commitment at a time. Shannon does have to secure so many. And then based on her RSVP, she might secure another bundle.
Are we having children tickets this year?
No.
Okay, one price.
Yeah, no. But there will be there will be children friendly food,
Yeah.
right? Like, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
wanted to.
Or if you have a 16-year-old who always gets shit. She'll be able to eat.
Real quick, save the date for next year's Women's Mastermind. Again, we were already talking about January. It will be back at Ashland Mansion. That was highly requested. We've got some new speakers, so fresh content. And Erica Rawls is going to be doing a live Coffee with Eve podcast. So we're actually going to broadcast her podcast live. And so if you're at the event, it's gonna feel like you're at Oprah. That's how it's going to.
She looks like she's just hearing about this for the first time.
Oh, okay. I'm like, you know, maybe didn't warn you. So we're really excited. So just save that date. Tickets are gonna be coming sale soon. We kind of wanted to roll out with Sale of Rocket and Fall Blast first. But know that you can also use that as a client appreciation for your VIP email clients. Matt Madden.
As we stand in a room that is way too hot for this time of year, we are finally ready to tell you where we're going in just a few short months. So we have purchased property at 700 Bent Creek Boulevard, just off the 140 exit.
And there's gonna be.
I don't know if there's gonna be air conditioning.
Yes, there will.
The property, if you don't have a picture yet, I shot video for you today.
Oh.
It's got a blue roof and blue trim. That's all gonna be gone. Please don't. Drive by and immediately and go, what the heck are you guys thinking? So we are currently renovating, all the cosmetics and we be new and fresh. Property is about, well, a little over 12,000 square feet. So it is about 50% bigger than this building. Roughly twice the parking, all on one level.
Whoop, whoop.
The parking is all on one level. We've got, the ALC has been helping, with some, keeping me reined in on some, color selections and those types of things. What else am I supposed to talk about that?
We almost have pink walls.
We almost had pink walls. Okay, so if you don't know, see, I'm a guy who should not ever pick colors. And they gave me the entire Sherwin-Williams book of like every color splotch. And we looked at a little tiny thing, and thought, this was good. Put it on the wall, look at it in the different light. It was the color of Madison's check.
It's gonna be very good.
And it definitely on the swatch looked more like what's on this wall. So, lessons learned, always get a sample, and make it.
Bigger training room.
Oh yeah, training room is probably at least double, maybe triple the size of this.
Yeah, that's my favorite part.
New AV equipment that will work. Like just
Bathroom. with
16
multiple
zones of
stalls for the
AC.
There
There is a creek. Now, the only downside is the creek is about 100 feet below the building, so the first step's a doozy.
There we go.
November.
So it'd be a good idea to start ordering new cards and stuff.
Um,
Yeah, change your addresses.
Yeah.
Signs, cards.
yeah, that's pretty far down the list, but yeah,
We got you.
we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Yes.
November 2025.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I
Yeah,
just
definitely
thought about that, I'm
we
like,
can,
oh, I need all that new stuff
it's all-
anyway, so.
We're ready
I'm
to
low,
go into it.
so.
Like, I'm ready to fill that on this.
What I would recommend you start doing specifically if you have an office in-house is start cleaning out.
This is a
Start,
great time.
start cleaning out. We have a shred bin by the copier. Use that now. Fill that up so we're not moving things to a building that we don't need to move to a building, right? We are secretly stashing some boxes for packing purposes, so. My understanding from moving is that we will take care of not IT stuff, right?
Yeah, I would encourage anybody who has permanent space here to move. Plan on moving your own
printers and computers and that sort of
Computers.
stuff. Physical desks that are moving with this school.
Yep.
If you happen to have like the 22
Yes.
filing cabinets, we should probably sever that. Other cool stuff, like it's an interesting building, so when you see it, it's got some cool ceiling heights and spaces. We've heard for the last couple of years, conference rooms are often overly utilized, so additional conference room meeting spaces, larger conference rooms that will accommodate larger closings and everybody at the table rather than and pulling up and huddling together chairs. A mix of different types of seating arrangements for, so they're kind of what are we calling it, hoteling or just
Basic,
more options.
more options to fit different budget needs for office space. So maybe you're not ready to upgrade to a large office, there'll be some other desk options where you can have a permanent space.
Or don't.
Or don't.
Say you want to rather, so.
Yeah.
More to come.
Okay, it's exciting.
That's not too far.
No, it's not far from here at all.
Yeah.
No, it's
5 minutes.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
5
not
minutes.
Literally right off of 114.
Yeah.
Really close to the 81 on, yeah. So it's not
Yeah.
terrible time to stated.
11, sorry, right here, 11, and 81.
Behind us. No giant Sam's Club on their way home. Yeah.
Yeah, right around the corner from the new Costco.
Yeah, new Costco is coming.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
that's
What's that?
yes,
I do.
huge part. Lots of parts.
So much parking.
Lots of.
All right, we've got 5 minutes.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna just, we're gonna talk a little bit about, has anybody yet done the Canva KW conversion? Have you? Damaris?
I was so
Oh.
impressed. I honestly, I didn't, when I went in, it's very simple for those who don't like to use it. Very plug and play like Canva, but tailored to KW. So especially those who don't like to make flyers and stuff, it's very simple.
Yeah, there's a video, but it's a little lengthy, so I won't play that. I can tell you that I am going to get a, sort of like a pop-up, tech class on the calendar with regards to this. Scott Leroy Marketing is also doing webinars weekly on this, and he's been sending out his recordings each week, so watch your email, from Scott Leroy as well. But they have everything done for us, and it will, just like in Command, it will link up with your MLS listings. So your listings are in Canva and ready for you to just drag and drop all the things into all the things, and it's super simple. So, yeah.
Is this just for KW? or
Yes.
Or is it going to also all the other?
This is a flagship partnership is what they call it for him, and we are the only ones that have it.
Really?
Yeah, very exciting. Hey. Hey, if you're on the panel, please come take a seat. Lovely ladies joining us.
I think we need one more.
Kayla's got it.
Oh, he's got it.
He takes good care of us.
I love it. Yeah. It is also. Women are nominating the real estate space. That's what's happening.
I love that.
Yeah, we just need to get more, I mean, luckily for our recruiters, we have a lot of women and we think that, but also boss. I don't have everybody trained.
The Keller rooms, I don't have. So it's a very, there's a lot of women in that office.
So we're very high tech. One of you might attach to the microphone.
So these Zooms are on the rest of the day. So I hear you.
How we're improvising. Nice. All right, so I'm going to start asking the questions. And just feel free, we can start with Erica with question number 1, and then we'll just pass the mic. And then for these, we'll just kind of work our way back and forth. Does that work? Perfect. So the first question for our panel is, how has your lead generation strategy changed in this market? And what would you say is working best for you right now?
I actually took a approach that I would enjoy with lead generation. So I actually meet with people. So calling, I did it because of something that you were trained to do early on in real estate. It's still the best option if you're looking for like connecting with your sphere. But I like to be belly to belly with people. So I took on with Sean, I think it's Malo, did the 51st dates.
Oh,
I'd
yes.
rather have coffee with someone I want to get a relationship with. I go to lunch with a past client, and then I do dinner with VIPs. And I noticed that doing that, one, it actually fed me, right? Even though I was listening to them, as opposed to, oh my gosh, I gotta make a phone call. So the key is just being consistent with that, doing something that you truly enjoy, and just making a habit, cash, right? Something that you're going to be diligent about. So calling's not your thing. Then find something that's going to be your thing so you can grow your business. And for me, it's building relationships with people that I want to get in business with that I haven't, or solidifying those relationships with people that I've already done transactions with.
Really quick, you mentioned that you do that meeting with VIP clients.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
VIPs are dinners, right?
Okay.
Yeah, because I just want to give them a special experience. So when leading with revenue, eventually I would like to have chef dinners, right, for my 100 top clients, a personal chef at our home, so they can actually come inside of our house and know, okay, yeah, I really do like you. And yet I'm not gonna cook for you, it's gonna be a luxury feel, right? For the first dinner with the menu, that's eventually what I'm leading up to.
I love that. Thank you for clarifying.
Question, Erica. So when you take your clients out to dinner, are you and your husband going together or just you?
Husband, yeah,
You
so I
also
had
do-
to drag, so initially I had to drag him, he's like, man, Erica,
Yeah.
I don't know these people, right?
Mhm.
But then they actually have a better conversation with him. They don't want to see. I'm like, hello. So it's just great. So they become friends and it just solidifies that relationship because you have to meet another side of it, right? Something that's really important to me. If my kids were younger, I'd probably invite my children if they had children too, right? So yeah, it's fun.
That's pretty cool.
I'm gonna piggyback exactly off of what Eric is saying. I mean, in this transition, I really, I do much better in person and like being in front of my client. I do not do a lot of phone calling. I never have. It's all about relationships. I do a lot of, if I run into somebody that I know, I might ask them a question of, hey, what's Sammy, what fundraiser is Sammy doing this month? Send me the information, because if I can buy a $25 sandwich for my family or whatever, they remember that, and that is my give back to my past clients.
That's fine.
So I am horrible, honestly, at pick up the phone, email a person. They cannot really feel who I am behind a camera or behind a computer. They can only see who I am and feel who I am when I'm in front of them. So you just have to find out, where are your clients? Is it at a soccer field? Is it at the community downtown event? Like, where are they? And you have to put yourself there.
So the trend continues. Ours is also getting in front of people. We do a lot of little micro events. I think we did several ice cream socials, beginning of the summer, middle of the summer, end of the summer, to draw people in. We're going hard and heavy on Fall Blast. We try and do as many events as we possibly can to engage people. Some of our luxury clients will do things like something with the West Shore Country Club. But we're really trying to get super intentional. We're also, Popeyes, Melissa has had great success, both at her kids' school as well as at, the Catro, the organization she supports with Popeyes and things like that. We're really trying to get people to know us better. And I'll tell you, we've gotten super intentional. We have a big database. We were doing a paid 60 touch database program. We weren't getting the results. We had to scale back. We are now focusing on our top like 100 people and really doubling down on them, and that's where we see the results.
For me, again, it's building relationships, and I think I started with the top layer of building a deep relationship with a smaller database. And I've said this before, but what happens is when you start with that deeper relationship, they get to know you on more of a personal level. Then they know that the information you're providing is valuable when they're asking you for more information. So I always look at that even with others, because I want to build trust, provide value, and have them keep coming back to me for any area of question. And that has really, that's work, and we just keep pouring into that. As well as being very intentional about the events that we do, the people we invite, and the people that we're touching. Right now, we're doing fall months, so we've purchased a bazillion fall months, pick them up in trucks in my garage, and then we're all, you know, even if you do 2 or 3 a day. Yeah, we do 2 or 3 a day, but we're getting, you know, and I'm thinking in my mind, who do I want to talk to today? So being very intentional, not just stopping by a house, who do I want to talk to today? So I'm having that mindset.
I really like when the market shifts, because I feel like it helps me get in the mindset of wanting to make phone calls, because otherwise I like how many phone calls you guys get from lenders regularly? You don't necessarily want to snag me all the time. So when something in the market shifts, it gives me more confidence to call you with an actual thing to give you, rather than like, hey, send me a deal. It's like, hey, did you know rates just dropped? Please let me know if I can help you. Like that is the mindset for me is super helpful. Otherwise I have a lot of anxiety if I do not want to do it. Especially when I know you guys are getting bombarded with calls. So the shift in the market helps me kind of have something to talk about and gives me more confidence.
And what do you have value to them?
Right. Versus next. Yes.
One quick thing, Shannon, you mentioned Popeyes.
Yes.
For those in the room who maybe don't understand what that term is, can you just give us?
So a Popeye can be anything, just a little kind of item of value or a little treat. Sometimes we do things like the very mini, nothing but bun cakes. One time years ago, we did measuring tools. And for all of our people that were thinking about buying a house, we're like, look, you're gonna want to bring this when you're looking at houses because there's always gonna be something. How big is that couch? My couch gonna be. Just some little trinket, some little thing that says, I'm thinking of you and I wanted to brighten your day. And they really like it. It's a reason to stop by and say hi to somebody. And it does start great conversations.
Yeah, specifically. So when I was talking, I'm gonna get very specific on the return on investment, because for me, even if you're just doing those small things, we just spent $350 on all of those months. And I got a good price because then when I purchased, I just negotiated that with the farmer that I got them from. So $350, we're gonna deliver, 50, 70 of them, whatever. $350 in my investment. Am I gonna get 1 referral from that? Yes. I'm gonna get 2, probably. 3, most likely. $350. Just like I said, I'm doing 2 or 3 a day, which is taking me 1 hour. So I'm just getting specific, that's the investment.
That's
Yeah, with the Popeyes and just investing back in the accounts.
And a Popeye doesn't have to just be for your past clients. We do Popeyes for every new business that we take notice is coming into the area. The last one I did was for a new State Farm agent who was taking over from an old State Farm agent. I dropped off donuts for his new office and I walked out with a purchase and a listing from within. So you just don't know.
You know, but it doesn't have to be a past client. It could be somebody that you use for your car, your doctor's office, the local bank, like whatever it is.
Somebody when you
Do
get a
a
relationship.
pop by. Yeah, do a pop by.
Mine started because I'm really bad at signing my kids up for absences.
Oh, that's so
So I walked in with the bunties and then it turned into a thing, but it actually turned into referrals and they cost $26. So not to the secretary and the school. Yes.
They
won't
know,
let you down.
they know everybody.
They do, they won't let.
Yeah, so we oftentimes get stuck on the cost. But he's to Michelle, would you trade $350 in an hour per day of dropping off for 15,000 in commission income? And that's just if your average commission check is around 5, which I think is conservative.
Well, and I think too, the value of the quality of the leads that you're trying to lead gen with, like you can gladly, Zillow will take your money at $350 a month, but that's just for a swing at, swing at the ball potentially. And here you're like, I know what the pitcher's throwing. So, it's just, I find that the belly to belly is, we're in a relationship business. That's customer first. So, I really love that approach.
As Erica said, it fills you up. So you're not going to people you don't like. You're only going to people who you actually want to have a better relationship with. And so actually the best time to do a pop-by for me is when something just crashed and burned and I'm feeling bad about myself. That's when I'm like, okay, picking up donuts, where am I going?
Yeah.
Because then you go talk to somebody that loves you.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're like, my life doesn't stink. People like me, you know, and it just builds you back up. So it's actually.
The other thing about that too, ever since COVID, people are craving community, right? So just to get an invite, they're excited about it, right? And they're just gonna tell you everything, like, wow, they really do this, and that's what fills me up. So, yeah.
At Medicamp, that was the constant theme from speaker to speaker to speaker, from CEO summit to the actual event itself, was that loneliness is an epidemic right now for adults. And if you think about it, most parents now, both parents have to work. Then they get home from work, driving their kids to all the things. They don't have as much time to focus on themselves or focus on building relationship. So I oftentimes hear when I'm consulting agents, they're, well, I don't want to bother them. You are not bothering them, you are leaving them. So just keep that in mind. This was good. Can I keep going? My questions are just begun. I love it.
I'd love to say, like, it helps to think if a vendor reached out to you, like, it's hard to be in our little mindset and be like, oh, I don't want to bug somebody. Imagine you're the guy you always send painting, a painter.
Yes.
Imagine he reaches out to you and just says, hey, you want to grab coffee? You'd be like, yes, like, oh my gosh, no painters ever asked me to get coffee. Like, no real estate agents ever say, I just want to hang out with you. Like, so you're not, if you think of it.
Business unless they bring it up.
Yeah, like think of it from the outside perspective. If you had anyone else that reached out to you and did that, your insurance agent, all the vendors you work with, whatever, I'm not saying like lenders, no offense. Lenders do want to get coffee, but like most of the time. You guys are in our house. You got it now. Yeah. Yeah, but I just think if we think of the other people that, I mean, we're gonna love it if people do that to us and so our clients.
And the people I have coffee with, they typically are vendors, and I let them know in upfront, hey, look, I want to see how we can both have a mutually, beneficial relationship. So they know it's about business. But the lunch and the dinner, I don't bring up real estate, but they always bring up real estate. Always.
Because that's how they know you,
Yeah. Always.
right? Yeah. And even your neighbors get to have them just ask you. Try and go to a party and not have talk about it.
Yeah.
Sometimes we want to.
Sometimes we want to go to a party and
Yeah,
not talk
but you're
about
not
real
gonna,
estate.
because they're.
But
somebody's gonna-
they always ask.
If you're sitting with a previous client and they bring up real estate, you weren't there to talk about real estate, you continue that conversation. or you
I'll
stop?
talk about real estate.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
People always talk real estate.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. Why are you asking the question?
And remember, when they ask about the market, say that.
Ah,
There you go.
you can tell Antonio chose that. I love that. So a hot topic that has come up, is pricing strategy. So how are you changing your pricing strategy? And how are you communicating that to sellers? Now that things are seeing in the market. And you may not have that answer, and that's
Everybody's.
Okay, so I'm still controversial. I never changed my pricing strategy. I never did.
that is,
I think it might be.
All right, I don't, that's fine.
Because everyone's like, yeah, in order for you to get multiple offers, you have to go like 5% below what the asking price is, right? And in the seller's market, if you price it at market, you're still gonna get competing offers. Because our job is to get the most amount of money for our sellers, right? But we don't want to tell them, I just think it's bad advice, not showing them the information and allowing them to understand exactly what's going on in the market and then having them make the decision, right? So most times they are within 1 or 2% of what the market's suggesting. So I've never changed that stance. That's always what we've done, and we're able to sell homes. And I also tell them, look, sure, you can go up 2% above asking or what the market's suggesting, but I will share with you, it's also going to be on the market for a little longer. Are you okay with that? I allow them to make the decision, as long as it's not $50,000 over, you know what I mean? Like, they're gonna be unreasonable. There's a difference between, okay, let's see what happens, 1 or 2% versus, okay, you're gonna be unreasonable throughout the whole transaction, right? There's a total difference, but I typically would just share with them, show them, and then share with them, based on the information we shared with you today, what do you think you should price your house at? And if they're within that price range, I'm thinking, okay, good, I articulated it right. If they come crazy numbers, either being unreasonable or I didn't explain it right. Okay, so then how do you think that's the number we should market it for? And we deep dive into that until we get to the number. Or I graciously say, I don't think I'm the realtor for you, because I don't have the time or the expenses to market your property, because I'm going to be spending a lot of money on marketing your home to get it sold. And they appreciate that. We did that one time and someone called back like 2 weeks later. They're like, hey, you know what we were thinking? Of course you were. I heard the price and got it sold, so. Yeah.
I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah, I would agree. I really have not changed my strategy on how I price the homes. I may have changed my strategy on how firm or more firm I am with the seller about why their home needs to be priced right or this way. And one of those firmness is if they are adamant that it needs to be 50,000 higher than where I am like already saying this is your envelope of threshold, I will go ahead and work with them and I will say, listen, I am not always right. This is my guidance. If we price it at your 50,000 higher, then we are gonna come up with the next 2 drops and we're putting it in writing on the change in terms. If you do not have the activity within a 2-week period, you're dropping to this. If you don't have it 2 weeks later, you're dropping to this, because you have to make sure that they understand your goal is to get the house sold. It is not to sit on the market 40 some days. Yeah, because the longer, obviously, you know this, the longer it's going to sit, the lower the prices are going to be anyway. So you might as well have the conversation with them upfront and have them sign the addendums that this is what's going to happen over the next 4 weeks.
One thing that we talked about in the never split the difference role play today was you can either have the hard conversation up front when emotions are steady, versus when you're gonna have to have it later, and honestly, it will be more difficult because emotions are.
I mean, the tough conversation is, A, you don't want to have the most expensive house in the world. And B, all right, you put in $80,000 kitchen, you're not gonna add 80,000 to the rest of your house. If we had maybe go 30 times.
It depends.
That's a hard conversation.
For sure.
We have those for us, we have those upfront. And I always tell my seller, this is the moment you will hate me, because I will not be the agent who is just going to agree to get the listing. I will always be the agent that's going to tell you my professional opinion of what is going to take to get your house sold. So do you want the yes, ma'am?
Or do you want the one who's going to give you the real answer?
Mhm.
And 9 times out of 10, they want the real answer.
Well, I'm here to tell you that I have changed my business. We always give a range. We have always given a range, because I don't know about you, but I'm not good enough to pick an exact number unless it's a cookie cutter house and you all look exactly alike. So we always give a range. And until recently, we were always saying to people, look, you can't really underprice in this market. So if you want to go at the lower end of the range, it protects you if the market says that it's worth more, and we think it likely is, because that's the low end of my range. It'll drive it to where it needs to be, possibly minimizing more contingencies. But in doing things like, part of the minimizing contingencies is that's when people sometimes agree to pay above the appraised price. So we were kind of encouraging people to go at that almost fear of loss low end. And the range is probably, 15 grand, maybe 20 grand, but it was the low end range of that. And it worked really, really well. And it stopped working really, really well. The other thing that we did in that was, somebody listed their house for $350 and sold for $375. So the neighbor next door said, I want to start at $375. And we're like, that's unlikely. So we would get them to come back down. Now I do believe you can undersell a house. So now we are narrowing that range down, and maybe that range is $10,000 now. I mean, it depends, the global home is probably even less, but we're getting a lot more specific because our experience has been that the traffic isn't necessarily there to drive the price up dramatically. And we're being more careful. Yeah.
Stephanie, you said wasn't working as well. Do you mean the conversion wasn't working as well with your clients, or you mean market absorption wasn't working as well?
Great question. So no, our client, good news, bad news, our clients seem to really trust us. I think we might have left a little money on the table for one of them recently. That doesn't sit well with me. They don't think that, but I'm concerned that we do. And so we're being much more, we're tightening that range, and we're giving them options. And as you mentioned, when we go to the higher end of the range, we also talk about what does it look like if we sit on the market, and if we're on the market more than like 12 days, we're going to be, and I show them everything we've done. Like as soon as we go on the market, I send them this laundry list email. You've seen it, Judah. Here are all the websites we've been on. Here's all the, we contacted 263 people, sent them an email through Reverse Prospect. I sent this to 42 agents. I talked to these people. We had this open house. We've had these number of showings. This is what we've seen. So I give them just this plethora of data so that they can make an educated decision on, are we priced right? Where are we? What's going on?
Yeah, let me just also say this, because I was blown away, 25 years in the industry, on our investment side, we ended up listing something with Shannon 6-8 months ago. And not only did she tell us all those things, but guys, the other thing she did is, I talked to agent Bob Smith about their client, Sally Johnson, and they are looking to do blah, blah, blah. I talked to Tom Franco about their client, Harry Smith, and they're looking to do, like, I was overwhelmed. And my business partner, Anthony Lynham, won't shut up about the Shannon Foster 5-star service now, as we can call it. But it was, we felt that she literally left no rock uncovered, because not only did she, that was not news to me, hey, I've done this reverse prospecting and this and this and this. But the actual clients' names and, hey, they can't get in Thursday, but they're thinking about coming back now, or, just like and it wasn't a whole lot about any one of them. It was just that there was a note about every one of them that I knew none of them were actually BS, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And that helps us when we've got all that data and we are not getting we are not getting offers. Okay. I'm doing my job. So that means the market's saying we're overpriced.
I mean, even though right now we have more demand than supply, you gotta coach our clients to what you can't be the market. You gotta be reasonable, so you can't start, start a more reasonable price, so we let the people bid.
But I'm being more careful because there was a time when I genuinely believed the market, particularly unique homes. I was like, the market's gonna do what the market's gonna do, don't worry about it.
The buyers are being more careful also. The buyers are not the same buyers.
Yeah.
That they used to be.
Yeah.
So the agents, not in this room, but the agents who took advantage of the naiveness of those buyers all for so many years, they're the ones that are gonna be struggling right now because the buyers aren't the same.
Used car sales.
Exactly.
We say it's a value based on the titles and strong belief it's yeah.
Oh, can I add one other thing? I'm doing a much better job of setting expectations about time on market and what that looks like. We didn't have to do that a month ago. Now we have to get really clear that, yeah, you're right. Some homes are selling very quickly. You're also seeing homes come back on the market because of inspection issues. You're also seeing homes that are on the market 17, 19 days. So we don't know where you're going to be. All we can control is what we do in terms of pricing your home appropriately, preparing your home appropriately, marketing the heck out of it, and giving feedback to make better decisions. That's what we control. I can't control the rest of it.
It goes back to what she was saying about if you changed anything, it's the firmness.
Yeah.
That we have to have. And it's proof of skills for sure, you know, what are you offering them, but the firmness is something I've noticed.
That'd be tough.
I was always a little more, you know, hey, I'm so nice, yeah, okay, you know, I'll tell you what you want to hear, but nicely, and it's definitely a little more firm in your approach now, for sure.
Yeah, I would say too, is, you know, as we all are listing agents and buyer's agents at times. As a buyer's agent, I would recommend that when you go to show houses, do that feedback form that you get, because as list agents, I know we use that a lot of times, that feedback with our sellers. So I think that's super helpful. A lot of times we just want to ignore them and delete, but I would encourage everybody to don't fill those out every time you show up.
I would also encourage all of the listing agents. Adam did this great. Call the agents. I am terrible at filling out the form because I want to be specific in that form. It is normally on my phone. I don't have that many characters to say what I'm trying to say. But even if Adam, like he reached out through a text separately and said, just give me your real honest, like gut wrenching feedback. And I was able to, at that moment, while I was waiting for a client to show up, really give him my true thoughts on it. That's not gonna come out from a forum. And so just kind of like Shannon, you know, go that extra step so that when you're giving the feedback to your client, it's a real feedback. It's not just like a didn't like it, overpriced, right?
I think between 1 and 5.
Yeah, like, you know, so I would say go that extra step for your client to get a little bit more information. Because they want to know.
They do. And they deserve to know, because they went through a lot of hoops to put their house in.
And don't be afraid to give your honest opinion in a constructive way. I could have easily filled out the form for Adam and just said, overpriced, didn't work for the client, but he asked, and so he may not have liked how the pricing I thought I would have said, but he needed to know my true and honest opinion of that. Do it, because we're not doing any of our fellow agents any justice if we don't tell them.
I think some are afraid to fill that out because it's been using it so many people, so maybe it makes sense. If it's not written down, not that you wouldn't want to say it, but it really can't be held against you. Having an honest conversation.
There was a lawsuit.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm always afraid of who actually has it going straight to their clients and who doesn't as well. You know, I want to talk straight to the agent about what they're doing, not to the client about their house.
Yeah, so
You know, so you gotta watch how you're wording some of that when it's written as well.
On the
Because of
flip
the
side of that,
lawsuit.
help your fellow agents out, because sometimes it's great for your sellers to see it. And like, I will put it in there, you know, lovely house.
but I feel that, I won't use the words feel that with you, but I will feel that for the client. Because I know that they're screenshotting it and sending it off to the client, and that is helping him or her to justify then what's about to happen in the conversation. So, you know, assume that they're seeing it, like, I mean, I know that everyone is a lawsuit, you know, waiting to happen, but assume that the people that you don't wanna see it are seeing it, because honestly, they should be seeing it.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
I've been, maybe you're brilliant minds. I've been struggling with one listing in particular. That, I'm with you, Erica, I do the same thing, I provide, pretty much have changed my strategy, although I'm making it tighter with the range. I feel really confident that my relationship, my collaborative, approach with other agents is probably my number one, like, this is up here. So I struggle with agents not completing even after multiple times reaching out, calling, emailing. Like, I've had 25 showings on this home, it's still listed, hasn't sold, and I know it's the yard. But I've had probably only 7 out of the 25 provide feedback. I've probably only had 15 of the 25 actually show up. Like, it is, and I don't know how to overcome that with, and that's probably going way off topic, I'm sorry, but how to overcome that, because I don't think it's a price thing. I can validate that at a much higher price all day long with an appraiser, and I know it's the market. Market's gonna have to be okay. I mean, you're gonna have to find another buyer that was just like you, it doesn't care about the yard, doesn't care that it's honestly. So I get it, but it's hard to maneuver through that as an agent for your clients when you have no data except for data that's showing that so many people are coming to see it. We're still getting scheduled showings. I have nothing to, like, I'm doing the reverse prospecting, I'm reaching out and I have nothing coming back, like nothing.
So the 15 out of 25s may be solo leads. A lot of our colleagues are showing up for the first time meeting their clients. So whenever we see showings, we literally call and say, thank you so much for looking forward to you showing this property, right? Especially if it's highly like a hot price point. Just curious to know,
have you met your client before?
I said, yeah, I'll say, have you met your client before? I say it better than that, because I don't want to be offensive.
Like,
You know what I mean? Yeah, right, exactly. Before you tell me about my business. Only reason why I'm asking is because, boy, I have so many Zillow leads that do not show up. I do not want that to happen to you. So I'm hoping that, you know, we can just eliminate them not showing up if we just schedule a buyer consultation. If you haven't, if that's okay with you, is that okay with you? If you have, then great, I'm looking forward to you showing it.
All right.
Because I want them to be prepared, I don't want them to waste their time, and I don't want the sellers leaving the house, right? And say, they never showed up.
Yeah,
Right? So.
and they're just beside
Yeah,
themselves.
or I'll accommodate them at the show and say, hey, do you mind?
Yeah.
If I accommodate you at
That's
the
what I
showing?
Yep,
Yeah.
and that's, I've said that too, I'm like, I will be there, and
Yeah.
I'm almost tempted, like, great, I'll meet you there, like.
So another thing that might be, is they might be driving up, seeing the yard and turning around.
Yes.
So with the elephant out there, when someone schedules and goes, hey, I'm super excited, I love, tell me about your people, that's where you get that information, tell me about your people, oh my gosh, it's so exciting, you get all the information, they're legitimate people that they've actually done. And that's when you say, this is an amazing home, telling you all those things about it. They will ask you, why isn't it sold? Well, the one challenge is that the yard is not super flat. So there's a lot of people that are looking for a yard that is more flat than this. This is not. So if that's really important to your people,
Then we're cutting that off before that even, okay, that's a great idea.
Are your people willing to do a price reduction?
We've done 3.
So what I would do before you ever do another one is offer money towards retaining wall to extend out the yard. Give it to the seller or give it to the buyer. 9 times out of 10, they won't use it for that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But when they're seeing the house and they fall in love with the house and then they think there's a solution to the
I
way
don't
it
think
is, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I don't
Come
think with
outside of
that
the
one
box, instead of doing
Yeah.
a reduction, give it back to the buyer differently.
Okay.
Just did that.
Reverse offers too.
Right,
Yes, if there's anybody that showed some interest.
yes.
Now's your time.
Yeah,
to
I was on the
reverse
phone with one of them yesterday, yeah. Just,
How about you?
thank you.
I said I have not, changed my strategy. I again am just going in with confidence and showing them, obviously the comparables, the facts, and giving, I also give a range and say we can start here. But if this, in this market, it may sell for somewhere. So I haven't changed that at all, but I'm just.
We're starting at the top of that range.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that's the difference in the strategy. My people tended to start at the top. Okay. Or in the middle.
All right, and everybody give Erica a big round.
She did not want to get up. I was like,
So
"Go,
sorry.
pick up."
This has been great feedback, so if you are okay, we'll keep going, but if you need to go, just do let me know, so I apologize, it's been a great conversation today. We'll just wrap up with one more question. What did I ask? What advice do you want to give to the room? We know that the days on market are getting longer. We know that the conversations are getting tougher.
Stop worrying so much about what is working for everybody else and ask yourself, what is working for you? And whatever that is, do more of it. Because my business is clearly very different. And my market is very different than everyone else in here. I am a huge player in the Zillows, in the homes.coms, all of those leads. I am, and I know that everyone else in here has a very different feel about that. But my conversion rate on all of those leads is 87%. 87%. So that works for me.
That works for me. Yeah.
That works for me. And those leads, I have 3 agents whose 90% of their business is all those leads.
Yeah.
So if I listen only to what I hear is not working for you, I would miss out on what is working for you. So ask yourself what works for you.
I think figuring out what you need to lean into, and like I said before, we cut some expenses in some areas and we're leaning into others. We're getting very intentional about our group, the people that we want to double down and get more information, get more, to deeper relationship. And the other thing is, we're doing some dabbling in some things like social media. And I had this whole plan, we're gonna really do all these things. You know what? I'm kind of getting what I need from it. I'm getting people stopping me going, I really liked your video on such and such. Apparently they're not watching it because my views are not there. But the fact of the matter is, it's keeping me top of mind with that small group of people that actually already really know, like, and trust me.
Yeah.
And that's probably enough.
Yep.
And if you can't do the social medias, if you can't do the podcasts, if you can't do the reels, that we see the different agents do, that is okay. I did all of those things and I hated every single one of them.
Yep.
I did.
Get out, start talking more.
The Stacy reels, and I get people asking me all the time, where are those at? And I'm just like, I hate it. Like, I hate it. I am not an influencer. I don't want to be an influencer. Like, I just want to like meet people and sell houses and commercials and so if that is how you feel, do what's good for you. Don't worry about having to come up with the next it thing, right? Because it will happen for you. Don't worry about everyone else.
If you're your authentic self.
Yeah, if you're just your authentic self.
And mine
I love that.
mine is mindset. Mine is my morning routine, because nothing's gonna happen for me during the day if I don't have the right energy, if I don't have the right mindset, and if I'm not ready to be excellent in some way. So I have to determine in the morning, when I wake up, what am I going to do? What am I going to do to be different than I was yesterday? So where does that mindset start with my morning routine? So once I'm through that routine, I have energy, and then I know the best times during the day for me, when I'm gonna have those discussions, even the tougher discussions. It's not gonna be at 6 o'clock at night. I know that, but you know that. So if that discussion needs to happen, it's gonna happen to the next day. So we have to figure out where our strengths are, where our weaknesses are, and how we're gonna start each day. And that Mel Robbins podcast. Yes. If we haven't listened to this Mel Robbins, Mel Robbins, maybe somebody else, but, it is if you listen to one podcast today, let this be the one. That's the
title.
The one. The title.
Think of that as a.
That's the one.
Yes.
It was last week. It was
Yeah.
last week. Excellent. But how are you going to be excellent today? It's going to be different than yesterday, but it needs to be one level up.
And don't worry about tomorrow. Just do it today. Just do it today. Tomorrow will happen. Just do it today. Not every system that you use is going to be permanent forever. As someone that struggles a lot with ADHD, I have systems that work really, really well for like 3-6 months. And then for some reason they just stop working. And then I'm like, okay, I guess I have to find something else. And that's okay. Because not everything is going to be permanent. And especially in this market has been changing a lot in the last few years. And so trying to be self-aware of when things are starting to not work, so that you can kind of prevent avoid and fail, is super important. Another thing to note is like working with people that are really collaborative and like really want you to succeed is really gonna help you succeed, obviously. And like making creative like solutions, like what Stacey had said, like rather than doing a price reduction, maybe offer seller assistance, because that's gonna actually gonna get your, like the buyer is gonna be more incentivized to get $5,000 from seller assistance versus $5,000 on the price. That's $5,000 immediately in their pocket versus, maybe $15 a month.
Maybe 20 bucks.
Yeah.
100% the last 3 transitions that has happened for me, that's
Yeah.
working 100%.
Exactly, and it's easier for them to get like offers with inspections if, seller assistance is at, it's like thinking a little outside the box and the situation.
Yeah, with picky buyers, they feel like they're getting something, you know,
Exactly.
so it works 100%.
Well, thank you so much for contributing your time and your knowledge. Everybody give them a little. Thank you for handling the warmth of this training room.
If you didn't take notice, there is a QR code here. It's not my survey. Listen, this is not my survey. Don't tune me out. This is a QR code that goes to the Mega Agent Camp vision speech and the Mega Agent Camp 1-pagers that Brittany so graciously brought back for us. So it's in a Google Drive. If you scan that, you can watch the speech, you can get access to the PDF for the 1-pagers and print those out. I'll try to make sure that this goes out in next week's Need to Know as well, so you have those resources. And then, of course, Sheila's already on it. If you wouldn't mind taking the training survey, I would really appreciate it. Help a girl out, take her training survey. Let us know what you got.
Hi, y'all.
Tested it yesterday.